Hello, this is KCMB-TV. Today, we're at KCS Jungbok Samgyetang event where we celebrate one of Korea's most cherished summer traditions. As people gather to share Samgyetang and wish one another good health during the hottest days of the year, we're joined by community leaders, public officials, and many seniors. Let's hear how this meaningful tradition continues to bring people together. Thank you.
So this community is a very diverse community. The Korean community has always been a very important part of covers is Flushing and Murray Hill. So it's important to celebrate the cultures and the traditions that is important to the community. So I think as an elected official, I'm always very happy to celebrate the diverse traditions out there. KC has been in the community for a very long time, but especially for communities like this, where English is probably not everyone's first language. Especially a lot of the seniors here, they are going through challenging and struggling times. So groups like KCS really does provide the bridge to make sure that everybody who needs help or assistance can get the help and assistance in their language to understand, and in a very comfortable culture, like we just talked about, right? You're coming to a place where you're like, oh, everyone kind of looks like me, understands what I've been through. So I think it's important for groups like KCS to play that role.
I think their KCS are very important too.
So I'm very happy to be part of this community. I grew up in this community for a very long time. So again, I know that this has been a very hot summer. This tradition is having the very healthy chicken soup to make sure you nourish and you take care of yourself. And if there's any questions or concerns about what the government's doing, what we can be doing, feel free to reach out to my office. I do have someone in the office that can speak Korean.
As immigrant communities, I think it's really important to preserve culture and the traditions of our forefathers. I think even as somebody who is more 1.5 and second generation, I love being able to have that touch point. And I think for Koreans especially, I think food is such an important connection that we all have to our homeland. So I think today was just so beautiful to see the seniors enjoying something that their parents and grandparents did back in Korea. I don't want to boast just about KCS, but I think, organizations like ours do a really important job of being able to kind of bring the community together to preserve those kind of cultural touch points. I hope that we can have more and more younger generations of Koreans and other Asians who are interested in traditions. I live in Manhattan on the Upper West Side, so that's one of the reasons why I actually love serving with KCS and coming back to Queens, because I feel like people here have really stayed connected to the Korean culture while also thriving in American society. So that's been really inspiring for me to see. Stay as rooted as possible in our culture, but also be open to cross-community exploration, that we can all get to know each other better and also just band together, because there aren't as many Asian Americans as there are other populations of people in New York City and the rest of the country. So it's just important for us to support each other as much as we can.
중복에 대한민국에서는 같이 가족이나 이웃 공동체들이 모여서 함께 더위를 이겨내기 위해서 뜨거운 음식을 같이 먹습니다. 이열치열이라고 하죠. 열로서 무더위를 쫓는다는 뜻인데, 그렇게 함께 먹으면서 무더위를 이기는 건강 공동체 방식이라고 하시면 되겠습니다. 초복, 중복, 말복 행사 때 어르신들을 위한 삼계탕 봉사를 하고 있는데요. 이것은 우리 대한민국의 고유한 문화로서 여기 계신 어르신들에게 그런 고향의 맛을 의미도 있고, 또 우리 1.5세, 2세, 후세, 4세대 코리안 커뮤니티들에게도 이런 음식 문화를 잘 전해주는 것은 전통문화 계승 차원에서 중요하다고 생각합니다. 뉴욕 총영사관에서 요즘에 우리 다양한 분야의 4세대 동포 공동체들에게 연락을 드리고 데이터베이스를 지금 모으고 있습니다. 예를 들면 우리 건축가협회, 언론인, 변호사, 또 과학자, 스타트업, 또 예술가, 이런 다양한 우리 코리안 커뮤니티 4세대 공동체들을 저희들이 찾아가고 여러분들이 함께 연대하고 우정을 나눌 수 있도록 그런 구상들을 하고 있습니다. 여러분들은 우리 제이동포 사회의 희망이고 빛이고 등대입니다. 여러분들을 응원하고 뉴욕 총영사관도 함께하겠습니다.
We are seeing the rise of global Korean culture, not just music, but the arts, but food and tradition. This is much more important than what we see on Netflix or pop culture. These are the moments that bring not just older adults, but young generations to the table. And we're opening it up, not just for Koreans, but for all Asians and all communities to know what this is about. And what a beautiful thing to celebrate in the middle of a hot summer day, to say, hey, we're gonna drink some healthy soup and we're gonna keep each other healthy, we're gonna be checking on each other, and we're gonna have a community. So that's why moments like these, I think it's important to celebrate Korean culture, for not just for us, for all communities. We are seeing more older adults live longer lives, and we have an aging older adult crisis, meaning that in the next 20, 30 years, this population that we're seeing today, the older population, are going to quadruple in size. And the government, the nonprofits were not prepared to serve these communities. So I think it's very important that we understand, we first establish the fact that we share the same values, we care about older adults, and then translate these moments into real policy, financial investments into this community. We're not just following, what people are telling us to do, but we're actually leading America into the next wave of what American leadership looks like. Korean Americans come here with deep traditions, we're hard-working communities, and we are dedicated to our families. We're very religious and we care about older adults. All the values that should be celebrated at every corner of American society. And that's why I believe celebrating Korean culture and American culture, it's all the same.